equestrian friends, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Lisa, the budget equestrian, and I have a really fun video for you today. Today I'm going to show you how I made these horse head wreaths that I'm going to hang up outside. They're very pretty, and with a little work and a little practice, you too can make your very own horse head wreath. So to make this wreath, the first thing I did was get some wire. You can use a wire coat hanger if that's what you have. I just happen to have this wire, so I decided I would use this wire to make the form of the horse head, which will be the backbone of my wreath. And it takes a little bit of practice and a lot of patience, but you can do this. And pretty much what I did was just make a horse head with the neck and one ear using the wire. And once I had the basic shape of the horse head, then I took some wire and put it on the inside of the outline of the horse head. What this is going to do is basically act as a framework that I can put the garland on, and it will give some strength and stability to the horse head shape form that I've created using the wire. And the wire that I'm using is actually electric fence wire. It's very moldable and it's easy to work with. And that's why I use this, because it is so easy to work with and kind of form and manipulate. I guess you could say that I'm making the skeleton of the horse head, because that's what your skeleton does, is provides a framework for your body. And there was no certain path that I took when I was deciding where I was going to put the extra wires on the inside, the internal part of the frame. I just kind of did whatever I thought would work. And this is the frame, or the skeleton, of my horse head wreath. It's a little hard to see, but I think you get the idea. And then I added a little bit of extra wire around the outside of the frame to give it even a little bit more strength. Because my wreaths are going to be hanging up outside, and now here's where we get really creative, and we're going to be making the wreath itself. So you're going to need some scissors. I have my husky nippers. I also have some floral wire, and then I have some different garlands. This big pack of garland I got at Walmart. I also have some glue sticks and some red garland, because that's what I'm going to make the horse halter with. And there's no right or wrong way how to do this. Basically, you just want to connect the garland so that it's going to cover the outside of the wreath, or the side that's going to be facing out and everyone's going to see. And then I attached the garland using the floral wire. The floral wire is really nice to work with because you can tie it and you can manipulate it very easily. That's why I really like using floral wire, and it's green, so it matches the garland. And once I had some of the garland on the head portion of my wreath frame, then I decided it would be easier to outline the wreath frame using the garland so I could see how this was going to lay out when it was all done. And I was anxious, I'm not gonna lie. And once I had the garland pretty much filling the wreath, and then I just went through and added a little bit more garland to make sure it was full and that you can't see anything through the wreath itself. And to make one horse head wreath, it took 50 feet of garland. And like I said, I got this garland at Walmart. I believe it was $7.64 for a 50-foot roll of the garland. And this is not the fancy garland, this is just the basic green garland. It doesn't have branches or anything like that, it's basically just green garland. And I did use my glue gun to do a little bit of extra fill of garland to make the wreath nice and full. And there is my horse wreath with the garland all complete. Yay! And next it was time to make a halter for my horse. And if you're doing this at home, you can do whatever type of halter you want. I've actually seen some people that have done this and used a real halter, but I just wanted to keep it simple with red and green. So I had some leftover garland from the dollar store, and that's what I made my halter with. And once I had the halter secured on the front of my horse, then I flipped him over and I secured it on the back as well. And then I wanted to add some hangers to the back of the horse because he's going to hang on my fence. So I made 2 hangers that I can hang him up easily with. And the final touch is a bow. And I found this bow at the dollar store and I really liked it. It's very shiny and shimmery and glittery. So all I had to do was connect the bow to my horse and then he's ready to hang. So I just used the plastic tie that was included with the bow and then just twisted it onto the back. That way it'll stay in place and look pretty when my wreath is hanging up. And this is the final product. I actually made 2 of these because they're going to hang at the front of my property, welcoming everyone to our home. I could have put Frisbee and Ethan's name on them, but I didn't. But this is what they look like hanging up out at the front of my property. I think they turned out really great. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another video in my 12 days of Christmas DIY projects. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.